Hi, this is Ash, and this is my look for the day. If you want to see how I created this, please continue watching, and as always, like and subscribe. Thank you. Have a nice day. My brows are done and my eyelids are set. I haven't used this palette yet, and it's the Vintage Dawn by Beaute. I think that's how you say it, and I went into the shade Daybreak and started adding that to my crease area. I honestly had no idea what I was going to do today, or that day I should say, for this look. I just started doing it. Anyways, I blended Daybreak over my crease area until I was happy with it. I love Beaute eyeshadow, but I don't feel like it's very user friendly. It definitely takes more time to blend out, but it's worth it. I know a lot of people don't like the quality of the shadows because they're not very user friendly. I wasn't happy with my brow apparently, so I went in and made it more perfect, I guess. And I just kept blending out that Daybreak shade until it looked decent enough, and I made sure to bring it out to my corner far enough. I then took the shade Pyramid and added that underneath Daybreak and also blended it in to Daybreak. This shade is very, very, very pigmented, so be very careful when applying it. And I just took a fluffy brush and blended that out on my eye until I was happy with it. Just keep blending, and just keep blending. I then took the same brush that had Daybreak on it and I started using it to blend the two shades together, as well as added some more Daybreak, and I just kept trying to get rid of any harsh lines between the two shades. I then took the shade Cactus and I added that to my outer corner and basically the rest of my lid area. And I ended up covering up most of that Pyramid shade with the Cactus color. And I just blended that out until I was happy with the way that it looked. I'm honestly not sure why I ended up getting rid of or covering up the Pyramid shade, but I did, or sort of attempted to. These shadows were not patchy at all, which I appreciate. I didn't have any patchiness at all, but they are difficult to blend, so keep that in mind. I took the Daybreak and added that and tried blending the Cactus and Daybreak together. I then took a clean brush that was smaller but fluffy and started buffing out those edges. And then I did the same thing to the other side of my eye. Gotta love forehead wrinkles, right? So yeah, I cut some of that video. I obviously did the same thing I did to one eye to the other, and then I took the shade Sky on a smaller brush and I added that to the outer corner of my eye, and I tried to not cover up Cactus all the way, so just keep it more, I don't know, on your lid area and not your crease. I'm not really good at talking people through these videos. I just kind of do my makeup and go about my day, but I've had people request these, so I'm just trying to give people some videos. I then took another brush that I had that was clean and I just used it to blend that color out. That brush is literally the only Morphe brush I've ever owned and I hate it. It is awful. I don't know why people are constantly saying Morphe has good brushes, because the one brush that I do have, it sucks. I took the brush that had Cactus on it and I used it to blend together Sky and Cactus and add more of that shade. This look looks pretty scary right now. I think it ends up looking okay after it's done. So I went into Serengeti and I started putting that on my inner lid area, and that shimmer is amazing. There is no setting spray on my brush, and I am just packing it on, and it really is intense. I haven't used any of the other shimmers in that palette, and I'm excited to, because it's just, yeah, I can't get over how nice that shimmer is. I will say that it does transfer. I have hooded eyes, so it was transferring to my crease and my crease area. So definitely recommend using a glitter glue for these shimmers just to kind of keep them in place. I will say I didn't notice any fallout onto my cheek area throughout the day, so that was nice, but I did notice it hitting the tops of my eye areas where I didn't want it. So then I took Sky and started blending that into Serengeti, and then I also took the other brush that had Cactus on it and started blending Cactus and Sky together more. And then I added more Daybreak to my brow area, and I also had brought it up farther in my inner corner all the way up to my brow pretty much, but I only did that on my front part of my brow area, not my ends. So then I took a makeup wipe and I cleaned up the mess on my face and made more of a sharper eyeshadow look. I then took the BH Liquid Foundation Naturally Flawless in the shade Ivory, and I added that to my face for foundation. I will say I was kind of all over the place with this makeup. I have no idea why. I wasn't really thinking, or yeah, I just didn't have any plans either on how I wanted this look to turn out, which I think kind of threw me for a loop. I normally go into a makeup look kind of having an idea of what I'm going for. I know that this brush isn't really supposed to be a foundation brush, but I like it, and yeah, so I really don't care. The foundation is also a little bit pale for me, and I also like that, so yeah, I really don't care what you think. Alright, I think I'm in a little bit of an ornery mood. Anyways, I go into the L'Oreal Infallible Foundation in the shade Porcelain, and I add that to my under eyes to try to get rid of some of my bags. And again, I'm using another brush, and yes, I know it's not a foundation brush, but it's a brush I like using. I use the Ciate London Everyday Vacay and add that to my face. It's a coconut setting powder. I love the smell of it. I love anything that smells like coconut. I take Daybreak and I add that to my bottom lash line. And I just put it on until I'm happy with it. I then take Cactus and I put that underneath the Daybreak. I then add Sky to my lash line as well, but I only put it on my outer corner. I do not bring it towards the middle. Well, not very far towards the middle. I just wanted to kind of deepen up my outer corner and kind of make it blend into the whole eye look, I guess. So then I took Serengeti and I added that to the inner corner and center of my eye, and then I took my Kat Von D liner pen, tattoo liner anyways, whatever it's called, and then I added some wings. I know people aren't a fan of Kat Von D. I got this pen for free for my birthday from Sephora, and I'm just going to use it until it's gone because it is a good liner. I made pretty big and dark wings for this look. Doing wings on camera is extremely difficult. I don't know why. Maybe eventually I'll get better at doing these videos and doing stuff online, but I don't know, we'll see. There's definitely a lot to learn with making videos, and I have not gone to school for it or taken any classes. I'm just kind of trying to teach myself as I go along. So thanks for bearing with me through my trial and errors while trying to do these videos for you guys. And yes, my hair is a hot mess. It looks awful in the back when you can see it. I took the shade Sun and I added that to my inner corner of my eye to lighten it up, and I really like the shimmer in this palette, so I figured why not. I took ColourPop's Cream Gel Liner, BFF, and DTLA. I have no idea what that means. I am not hip to those types of things. Okay, so I went and looked it up and it means downtown Los Angeles, I think. Anyways, it's blue and I added that to my waterline. Then I took my favorite bronzer by Makeup Revolution and I bronzed my face with it. It's Makeup Revolution Ultra Bronzer. I don't know the shade name and I'm pretty sure they're not making this anymore, as I've said before. I'm just trying to cover up my double chin. I don't think it really does much. Then I just took a powder brush and I buffed out the bronzer. Then I went into the Wet n Wild Pac-Man High Score Blush Palette, the third shade. It doesn't have names on it for the shades, at least I didn't see. Anyways, I added that to my cheekbones for blush. I tend to try to keep my blush up high to make my cheeks look more lifted. And then I went into the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea palette number 3, the shade Treasure, and I used that to highlight my cheekbones, above my brow, my nose, in between my brows, my Cupid's bow, because I like to shine. I also highlighted my brow bone underneath it with a thin flat brush. I used the Tarteist lip paint in Rose on my lips. I then used Iconic London Prep Set Glow for my setting powder, and that is my finished look. Thank you for watching my video. Please like and subscribe.